Hello there, my mate Vince here, and today is MOT day, a massive day for me. The whole series has been building up to this day here. A lot of people thought that I was stalling the MOT, but that's not the case. I just wanted the car to look nice when it left the house, because then that was going to be the end of the project. So today is MOT day. Very exciting. It's lovely to see the car on the correct side of the fence. So where the car has been sat for 2 years, there's little bits of compound, rust, oil, little bits of everything. So I'm just giving it a pressure wash just to try to make the garden a little bit normal again, and then we're going to be taking this beast for an MOT. Will there be tears or will there be happiness? Let's find out. Today is MOT day, the long awaited day. So the pressure washing came out pretty good on the side of the house here, so there's not really much damage done. My dad reckons the hedge will grow back just fine, and yeah, there's a little bit of staining down here, but nothing too bad. So what I want to do is, just before the MOT, I still haven't checked the parking brake, so I'm just going to jack up this side of the car, and then what I'll do is I'll slacken off the parking brake, and I will, there's a little adjuster on the bottom, I'm going to rotate that until the wheel locks and then slacken off a quarter, and then do the same over the other side as well. Right, okay, so I've just done this job now. I know it was off camera, but you're not going to see much because I haven't got my torch down here today. I'm just using my phone light here. But this is the spanner wrapped around this bit here, and this is the adjusting nut. So what you do is you do it clockwise until the wheel binds, and then slacken off a quarter off a turn, and that's what I've done. The thing is that with me here, I don't want to do it with the engine running, because I'll end up burning my ear off the exhaust or something. So right now the wheels do not turn anyway, because they're locked in with the differential. You know, they're locked in with the drive shaft, because it's in gear, isn't it? This is like electronic gears on the selector. So even if I do my selector switch to neutral, it's not going to be neutral, because of course the car's not running. I presume maybe you're supposed to do this with the car running, but anyway, it's no biggie, because there's still a bit of play, isn't there, in a differential where you can turn the wheel. So I've been turning the wheel by you know, by hand, and then when I feel it bind, I've slackened it off a quarter. Now I'm going to do the same over the other side. Okay, so we're doing this side now, and you can see that the wheel's moving, but I can only move it so far because it's still connected, isn't it, to everything. So now I've got to go clockwise, which is this way. Handbrake is fully off, or parking brake I should say. There you go. Can you see now? It's, well, you might not be able to see, but it's not turning now. I'm just going to slacken it off a bit there. Right, so that feels like I can turn, but it needs a lot of strain to turn. So now let's go a whole quarter off a turn. So I'm going from just past 6 o'clock to just before a quarter past, and now there we go. So now look, if I do this on the handbrake, again, I don't know how much of this you can see, but can you see it's now locked the wheel? So it's turning, do this, and it locks the wheel in. There. Oh, MOT time. Wish me luck. Right, check this out. When you know, you know. Before I had to go right away to the floor. Now look, I can just go to here. I've got loads underneath it. Look at that. Loads of room. Fantastic. Right, we're nearly ready. I'm stalling. I actually feel bad being sat in the back with my dirty clothes on now. But here we have 2 good luck things. These were sent in by Arlen. There we have it, Grey Poupon. Dating back, it says here, 1777. So basically I've tried this stuff, and if you can imagine something like Coleman's mustard, half, and then fill the rest up with white wine, that's what it tastes like. It's not actually my cup of tea. I would prefer French mustard, or I would prefer Coleman's mustard, which I know is a lot stronger. But this one for me is slightly sickly because of the white wine that goes into it. But yeah, there we go, Grey Poupon. So I'm going to pop that in the glove box. So I'm going to place it just in here. Also, I've straightened this up, because this was all melted down over the time it had gone down. It was all crooked, so I've got the hairdryer on it and I pushed it back into place, and it looks like it's set nice and solid in its place now. This is where you have all the tyre pressures and stuff. Amazingly, the tyre pressures are really low. It's something like 24 psi or something, ridiculously low, and they fully look flat. So I've pushed in about I think I've gone up to 28 or 30, and they still look flat to me. It's amazing. I don't know why Rolls Royce have put such low tyre pressures down for their cars. Maybe it makes it more comfortable. Look at that. That fits perfectly. It's like it's designed with this bit here. It's designed to go in there. So now, in the unlikely event that another Rolls Royce will pull up next to me who is short on grey poupon, I can offer them this. And the next thing is this Harris Tweed cap. So Harris Tweed is supposed to be amazingly good quality. So yeah, this will give the illusion that the owner of this Rolls Royce goes clay pigeon shooting. And you know what? We don't have to have that illusion, because I do actually go clay pigeon shooting. I've never been in my life, but my friend Mike, who sent various things into the channel, like the Bose music system and a MacBook, he's taken me a few times, and I've thoroughly enjoyed that. So this cap is going to be living. Where shall I put it? Does it suit it back here, I wonder? Maybe the sun might make it fade there. Maybe I'll just leave it on the maybe I'll just leave it placed nicely on the back seat. So I did ask the garage if they were interested in me filming it, and no. So I had to book it in with them. I can't just turn up, I have to book it in, because I haven't got tax on this, because I can't get tax on it until I get an MOT. But I have got insurance on it, so to drive it legally on the road, I have to book it in for an MOT, and I'm allowed to travel to and from an MOT station. So yeah, I won't be able to film it, unfortunately. I was told in the comments section that it's illegal to film an MOT in the UK, so maybe that's the reason why. So yeah, next time you see this, I will either be very happy, or do you know what, I won't be very sad, because I feel proud of what I've done anyway. But I think there will be maybe a list of stuff to do, but you never know. You never know. It's looking pretty smart now, so there might be a possibility that we get the MOT. See you soon. Here it is, patiently waiting its turn. Next bit of filming now, you're going to see whether it passed or failed. Date of the test, 9th of May 2024. Did it pass? What do you think? Ta-da! Can't believe it. I actually cannot believe it. It's passed. Look at the registration number. They put it down as a Silver Spur. I've seen that before when I was looking something up. It's definitely not a Silver Spur. But there we have it. It passed. I actually cannot believe it. I feel slightly lightheaded from it. I was not expecting that at all. The MOT tester actually said it's he said you've done well. He said this looks nice. So I was so surprised. I'm flabbergasted, I think is a better word to use. I've just driven it to the MOT station and back again, because that's all I'm legally allowed to do. So now what I have to do is I have to get myself some road tax. It's £345. And not surprisingly, with a 6.75 litre engine, yes, 6.75 litre V8, I need to pay the ULEZ charge, because this car is currently located in London. So yeah, I need to register it for that. Once I've done those two things, I can actually take it for a drive, and I'm really looking forward, even just driving down the road. The brakes seem weird to me, because I'm not used to hydraulic brakes. It feels like there's not much there, but then you put your foot down and they really do stop. It's just a bit of getting used to it. There's not much sort of resistance on the pedal, but I just want to take it out and get it up to a little bit of speed and get things moving and working, because the poor thing hasn't been running so long. So yeah, I'm amazed. I do want to show you a little bit of footage on the road, but I also want to kind of do a road trip video. I think that'd be nice to get some like proper footage off it. But I'll try to do a little bit of filming. I'm just going to go out once I've got this sorted with my dad. Maybe I can do a bit of filming when he's driving. Otherwise, I'm sure there's going to be a big sausage finger blocking up half the lens of the camera or something like that. But yeah, I'm so happy. So happy with that. It's crazy. Right, I'm out for my first spin, and for the first time ever, I've managed to spend more than £100 on fuel. There is a nice sight, full. Never seen that. It's so good. I'm in it. 3 people so far. Well, 2 people. One person said, "Nice car, mate." Another person said, "That's a nice car." And a third person said, "That car's sexier than you." Swear to God, I've only been in it a few minutes. So yeah, it is driving. It's lovely. It's so soft. A lot of that is the seats, because the seats are just so bouncy. It's got a lovely, like when you put your foot down, it's got a lovely kind of like sort of noise. It feels incredibly smooth for a 35-year-old car. Like incredibly smooth. As I say, I don't know how much of that is the seats,
but I suppose the hydraulic suspension seems to be doing its job. I've had a quick look out of the welding that I've done, and it hasn't moved yet. I'm not sure if it's going to keep like that, but the welding so far is holding up anyway. It feels really, really nice, and it's lovely. If you point the camera down there, I've just got my daughter and my dad in the car. The Spirit of Ecstasy just looks amazing. It looks amazing looking out at that. So yeah, I'm really happy with it so far. And the Bakelite steering wheel, although it looks disgusting, feels lovely. It just seems to, I don't know, it wallows around the corner. The steering wheel actually suits it. If you had like a modern steering wheel on, it wouldn't feel right. So yeah, I can't say whether it's fast yet. It's I'll take it on a motorway maybe, but there seems to be a bit of pickup. It feels like you're driving a boat, and for some reason that feels quite nice. So yeah, so happy with it. Done my first 8 miles in it. I'm still getting used to the brakes. The brakes, see, I can't compare to anything else, but it's fine when you're going slow. I just don't know if I've got much confidence when they're going fast. But when I slam them on when I'm going slow, the car does come to a halt. So I think it's just a case of getting used to them, because there's not a huge amount of feeling there. But it's so incredibly smooth. Really is smooth. I've also got a little bit of a rattle coming from the back left somewhere. Picked a lovely day for it as well. Considering the size of it, it really is easy to drive. I mean, this car is ridiculously long, but width-wise, it's not too bad compared to modern cars. You know, a lot of cars now are absolutely huge, even cars you wouldn't think are huge. Like a 5 Series BMW from when this was made is probably smaller than maybe a 3 Series BMW now. So it's so relaxing to drive. It really is just nice. Speedo's working, which is fantastic. Fuel gauge seems to be going okay. It's already come down off full. It's only been 8 miles, so I don't know how much that's cost me. I think this thing doesn't do much miles to the gallon. I'm going to pick up my son when he gets to the station. He doesn't know it's past yet. So it's going to be, he's coming back from school, he'd be excited to see it. And decisions have to be made. Where is this car going to go on a road trip? Well, that handle, the pothole's good. There's potholes everywhere at the moment. I don't know what's going on around these areas, but honestly, there's just potholes everywhere. I've got a good idea. Imagine if they actually spent the £345 that I've just given to them for road tax on the roads. Wouldn't that be a good thing? Actually make the roads drivable that you're paying to drive on. Dear me. Oh, it'd be utopia. So I've covered 21 miles now, and I think I might know what the rattling is, because there's rattling all the time from the bottom back left, but also when I go over like potholes and stuff, I can hear rattling coming from the front right. I think it's simple. I think it's just the wheel trims. And you know where you have the painted ring, I think that they're a little bit loose and they're moving around the place, which I didn't really think would be a big deal. But clearly when you're driving, well, I think that's what's happening. I'm hearing the metal ring hit against the actual metal of the wheel trims. So hopefully that'll be an easy one to do. And also, I don't know if you can zoom in here, Chloe, or not, but my temperature gauge is definitely not working because it's still on cold. The other gauges seem to be okay. That's in the middle, that's in the middle. Fuel gauge was full, but is now starting to work its way down, which is worrying already. But the temperature gauge here is doing nothing, so I haven't actually got a clue how hot or cold the car is. So yeah, although the series has kind of finished, there's still going to be plenty of fix-it videos on this car as I get more and more used to it. I thought I'd take it somewhere befitting of a Rolls Royce. There's a nice bit of scenery up there. golf ball on our head. Wow, this is nice. Oh God, sorry. Whoa! That took that speed bump very good. I didn't even see that. It's my windscreen's so dirty. This is nice. Oh wow. Whoa, that's very nice. Whoa. Imagine the money it took to build that. That's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to drive around it. Lovely thumbnail. I've got to take a picture of that for the thumbnail. I have to. I'm going to pull over and take a quick picture. Right, I'm 25 miles into my journey. I'm doing, according to the speedo, 30 miles an hour, and when I floor it, it doesn't seem to kick down, so I'm going to floor it now. I mean, it accelerates. I'm coming up to a roundabout, but it doesn't actually seem to kick down. I'll see if I get an opportunity after this roundabout. So there is like a little switch underneath the carpet. I presume that is kick down. I think there's 3 gears in this car, so maybe I was already in top gear and maybe it was already going too fast to drop to second, but I would have thought that it would have dropped. Right, so I'm going to kick down now. It just gets noisier, but it's not kicking down. Yeah. So that looks like another thing that I have to look at. I don't even know how cruise control works. Let me see if the cruise control... Hold on 1 second. I don't even know if... Let me just see if I can go above 30 miles an hour. Yeah, the speedo is definitely working. It's kind of weird because it feels like I'm going so much faster than what the speedo says. I need to read up about how to do the cruise control. Let me go to there, set. Hold on a minute, cruise control's working. It's not dropping speed. I've got my feet off the accelerator. Oh my God, cruise control actually works. Something works on this car. Look at that. And let me cancel, and there we go. It's yeah, it's going slower now. Yeah, result. So we're driving all around the nice sights of northwest London. So that is it for this video. It's amazing to have this car on the road. My brother's just driving it at the moment. My dad's had a drive, taking my kids out on it. My wife's got COVID, so she can't. She hasn't had the pleasure yet. But yeah, it's very nice. We've now done 42 miles. The fuel gauge has gone now down nearly a quarter, which is just shocking. So that's £25 worth, but I need to forget about that. It is incredibly smooth apart from the rattle, but I'm sure those rattle, I know the rattle's coming from those wheel trims. So I need to buy little new star washers, or I might kind of put a little bit of some sort of silicone or something just to seal them on there a bit more so they can still come off in the future. But yeah, it's a very nice to drive. So a massive thank you to everybody that's watched this series. You will see more videos on it. For example, I want to fix the fuel gauge, not the fuel gauge, the temperature gauge and stuff. But yeah, you'll see it as and when. What a lovely finish. And I will do a road trip. Thanks everyone.